Hey guys, welcome back. It's Veronica. So since another month has come and gone, we are going to be doing another Plan With Me video, and this one is going to be for the month of May. So I'm going to start off by making my month page, and I'm actually going to leave one page blank and then do the next page with my month page, just to kind of space out things in my bullet journal because I feel like sometimes it can get a little crammed. So I'm just going to start out by using a jar ring, and I'm going to make a few circles to put the logo inside of. And I'm going to slightly off-center a few of these so that the rings aren't all built up onto one spot. They're just kind of spread out. Then I'm going to write Hello May inside, and I'm going to doodle on some flowers towards the outside of the ring. And once I'm finished with that, I'm going to move on to my month page. And I'm going to have a big calendar on one side, and then on the other side I'll probably do some goals. So for the month page, I'm just going to do 5 rows down and then 7 columns across. Then I'm just going to write the days of the week on the top, and I'm also going to write the dates in the calendar boxes. Then on the top, I'm just going to write May 2017. And my cursive is a little choppy, so I went back and kind of went over that and made it thicker. So then it still didn't quite look how I wanted, so I took some washi tape and put it on either side of May and 2017. So now we're going to move on to the second page, which is just going to be where I'm going to have my list of things to do for the month, my goals, and any fitness challenges or anything like that. So I'm just going to start off by drawing some boxes, and then I'm going to leave the top part of the box open, and then I'm going to write the title of what I want in that box on the top, and then I'll take a ruler and kind of connect it up to the wording. And I really want to start doing this more because I think this adds a lot, and you really don't have to do too much more than if you had just made a normal box and then gave it a title. So then I am going to do a to-do list, a monthly goals, a little monthly motto, and then a fitness challenge. So then I'm just going to kind of fill these in as the month goes on. And I'm actually going to fill in the motto and the fitness challenge right away. And then for my goals, I'm going to make a little circle and then add some goals. And then for my to-dos, I'm going to add a little square, and then I'm going to add some tasks to do. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I try and do squares for tasks and circles for goals. I just kind of have that in my keys in the beginning of the book. And I showed you guys that in my How to Start a Bullet Journal video. So if you want to go see that, you can always go check that out. I will have it linked below and in the little box above. So then on top of the page, I'm just going to separate it with some washi tape, and then I'm going to also add May. And then next to May, I wanted to add a calendar, but it just kind of got messed up and didn't look right. So I decided to make a little doodle on a separate piece of paper so that I could cover up my mistake. And I actually have another video where I show you guys how to draw a mandala drawing like this, so if you want to check that out, you can too. Then I'm just going to use my Elmer's dot glue, and I'm going to put it on the back of this, and it's really just the same as two-sided tape, so you could use two-sided tape as well. And then I'm just going to use that to cover up my mistake, and then I'm also going to fill in May with the blue colors that I used in the doodle. So these two pages are really just what I have to do in the month. For example, like the to-do and some goals and things that I really want to do. And then on the calendar part, I'll also have birthdays and stuff like that. So then the next page is going to be for my trackers. And I've usually only done a habit tracker, but this time I'm also going to do a mood tracker as well. So to start off, I'm going to do my habit tracker, which is going to be pretty much the same as usual. I do this in every monthly video I do because it works and I love using it. So for those of you who don't really know how I do it, I will make a row of dots for each day of the month, and then I will fill that in all throughout the page. And I used to make bigger circles to fill the whole page, but that took way longer, so now I just make smaller dots with my pen because it's way quicker and you don't really need the dots later on. So then I wrote my title and I kind of messed up, so to cover it up I used some washi tape, and then I wrote habit tracker in the corner of the page. So now I'm just going to fill in all of the rows with my tasks I want to do. And as you'll see, I kind of look back at my old habit tracker to kind of see what I used to do, because I like keeping track of pretty much the same things, so I like to refer back to that. And if you guys want to see how I made that tracker, then you can totally check out my last month's video where I did that. So then that's about it for my habit tracker. I will just fill this in then all the way throughout the month. So now moving on to something a little different that I don't usually do, and that is going to be a mood tracker. I've seen these all over and they look pretty cool, so I figured I'd give it a try. So basically what you do with this is you track your mood throughout the month. So I'm going to make 4 different moods that I can kind of use, and then I'm going to kind of give each of those a color. So now I'm just going to take my black gel pen and I'm going to draw some flowers. And you could draw 31 flowers, 1 for each day of the month, but I actually don't know how many flowers I made. I just kind of went crazy with it and started drawing a bunch. So then once I finished drawing all my flowers, I gave them stems. So now how I'm going to use this is I'm just going to color in each flower with the color of the mood I'm having. And then at the end of the month, I'll be able to see how much color there is in the drawing. So then that is going to be the last page for my whole monthly part of this. And now I'm going to get into doing my weekly planning setup. So I'm going to start off by separating off the top part of my page, and on the top I'm going to write May, and then I'm also going to do a little calendar. So then I'm also going to take some little washi tape, and on that I will just write each day of the week, and then below that I will write the numbers. And these actually were a little squished, so I had to move down the washi tape. But I'm really not going to need this too much. It's just to kind of see where I am in the month. So then I'm going to move on to making sections for each day of the week, and in those sections I usually will put my tasks and goals for that specific day. So I kind of wanted to make these a little bit more floral. I know that would probably take a lot of time, so if you guys don't want to do that, then you totally don't have to. And then in the little section I'm going to write each day of the week and then also the date of that day. And if you guys don't have enough room on your page, you could also make the weekend one little section instead of doing Sunday and Saturday, which is what I did. And then once I finished all of that, I actually wanted to section off my days a little bit more, so I took a ruler and my black gel pen and I just kind of drew a line in between each day. So then that is it for my weekly/daily page. And then on the other page, I like doing more goals and more trackers for just that specific week. So starting off, on the top of the page, I'm going to add 3 little trackers. And you guys might remember me doing these in a few videos back. And I haven't been doing them lately, and I realized that I really kind of miss them. So I'm going to start doing these again, I think. So how I usually do these is I will put all of the days of the week below the tracker, and I'll add a little kind of dash above it so I can see exactly where that day is. And then on the side, depending on what I'm tracking, I will put maybe how many ounces of water I had, or how many minutes I worked out, or maybe how many hours I slept. And then I'll just kind of keep track of this like it was a graph. So then to section it off, I just took some washi tape, and then below I'm going to make 2 boxes, and one of them is going to be for goals for the week, and the other one is going to be for meal planning. So then I'm just going to section off each day in the little box for the meal planning, and then I'll add a day of the week beside each little box. Then a little last thing is on the bottom. I always like to have a spot where I can put notes and tasks and goals for the next week, because I usually don't have my page set up for the next week, so I can't go ahead and put all my stuff on the next page. So I just have all my little notes there, and then I'll look at that when I'm finished with the week and I'm doing my next week's planning, and then I can put all of those little ideas on the next page. So then that is it for my weekly setup. I have my goals, my meal tracker, my next week, and then my little trackers, and then of course my whole page for planning out each specific day. And then I have my mood tracker, and of course my habit tracker, where I can track all of my little individual habits that I want to do, or maybe I just want to know if I did it that day or not. Like if I look back, it's kind of nice to know to see later on. And then I have my May page, which is just my fitness challenge and some goals and a big calendar, and then of course my front page for that month. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!